years old now. It's a 50 kilowatt turbine, so it provides about 95% of electricity for this building, ideally. And the wind's not blowing, so you can't tell, but it's actually a downwind turbine. So the blades spin on the back side of that tower, and you know, which is why it has to be an open tower like that. And it was sort of, you know, it's hard to find intermediate-sized turbines now. You know, of course, most of the turbine money is all going to be building massive, you know, 1.5, 2 megawatts, and then there's a lot of sort of residential small scale. But these in between, there's just not a whole lot of folks out there. And so this is it's an integrity turbine. Folks are out of British Columbia, and we've had our issues in that it's, you know, it's a startup company, and you know, we've probably lost a fair bit of production here in the first year, but we're pretty happy with the way it's producing now. Since it's under 500 kilowatts, you can do what's called net metering. So, you know, maybe some of you know what that is, but essentially it allows us to, you know, when it's overproducing, we don't really sell it back to Alliant. They just sort of, you know, we just start getting credit for it, and then when it's not producing, it sort of, you know, nets itself out. And if you have a turbine larger than 500 kW, they don't allow net metering. And so one thing that's been nice about here is, you know, we've tried all these things on a small scale, and once we get comfortable with them, we can now do that on a larger scale on campus. And so we're in the process of getting a 3 to 4 megawatt installation going on campus. It'll be about 50% of the campus's electricity, and but you can't net meter something like that. So when you're producing, say in the wintertime, well, fall to spring you probably overproduce, and we don't want to sell anything back to Alliant. And the buyback rate is so poor, and quite frankly, they don't want to. I mean, they'd rather you consume it all than buy it back because they've got their own farms. And so what we're doing to offset when we're overproducing is, you know, it's connected on our side of the grid, and we're putting in an electric boiler in our heating plant. And you know, we have one heating plant that sends out steam all over campus. That's how campus is heated. And so whenever we're overproducing, all that excess electricity will go to this electric boiler, and it offsets some natural gas. It won't offset a huge amount, and typically electricity is an inefficient way to heat things, but you know, when it's renewable, and you might as well offset some natural gas. So that's something that hopefully in the next couple 3 years that will be finalized and installed, and we're pretty excited about that. And so, any questions about the turbine?
On average, how much of it energy to produce now?
You know, in the summer, none, and you know.